Hello, this is Patrick with Onlearningpoint.com. Today we're going to upgrade our Moodle installation from 2.2 to 2.3. There's quite a few new enhancements that have come out, and you may be wondering how you're going to upgrade your site. The first thing I did is go out to the great instructions that Moodle.org provided. You can see right now I have the document open. This is on how to upgrade to 2.3. The directions are very well written and are very clear. It makes it pretty easy to follow along. The difficulty is for some people is the how you're going to upgrade the site. The easiest way, according to these instructions, are to use the command line. And having gone through it once before, I agree the command line is pretty easy to use. But some people may not be familiar with the command line, and so these instructions may help a little bit on how to get started. Because there is so many different steps to this, I'm going to break these videos into different parts. There's probably no way that I would be able to smoothly go through the entire upgrade process without practicing it a little bit, and then that might make for a pretty boring video. So I'll try to keep this one, each one pretty short, and then be able to upgrade it in stages. So the first thing you'd want to do is pull up this document here by going out to this URL. I'm guessing when 2.4 comes out that there'll be there's a 2.4 here, and so you'll be able to go to the next one. We're just going to go straight down right into the content itself. The most important thing that you do before upgrading any site is making sure that you have everything backed up. There's two components that you would want to back up. Actually, there's three. There's the actual Moodle document itself that lives on your site, the Moodle data, as well as, and then also your SQL database. For the purposes of this video, we'll be doing the SQL database separately, and just really showing you the command line stuff. So the first thing you'd probably want to do, especially particularly around a production site, there's a couple different approaches that you could use. One is to just go ahead and upgrade it by putting the site into maintenance mode. If this is a very busy site, or if you have a lot of customizations and a lot of different themes and files, and maybe a large database, I would probably suggest that you do a dry run for your upgrade before actually doing it, which would involve creating a copy of your entire database and site, and then testing the upgrade from there. These same steps that we'll be taking will apply. You would just need to do a couple extra steps by creating a complete copy of your site. The first thing you'd want to do is move your old Moodle software into a different location. One thing that I did notice on the upgrade instructions was to not copy over old files. This seems counterintuitive to me because I've always done it that way, where one set of files were superseded by the next set of files, and maybe you wouldn't get an entire copy of every file. You wouldn't get every file. You would only get the ones that were changed in the new package. And so copying over would let you have a smaller package. Today, with bandwidth and file space being what it is, that's no longer a consideration. And so I guess they have found that they've run into more issues by not copying, by merging directories rather than just completely wiping the old one out and starting with a new one. So for those reasons, we're going to follow their directions, and you can see here the next step would be to unzip the new one. We're going to copy our config.php file, and we're going to reconfigure the plugins directory. I don't have a lot of plugins on this site, so it'll be pretty straightforward. Here you can see what they show us, how to actually copy all the files directly on the command line, and this is how we're going to do it. There's a few extra little steps that I'm going to show you that makes it a little bit easier as far as getting the correct software downloaded on directly to your server, but we'll do that in a different module. So for this section right now, we're just going to back up the server. So there's two different ways that you can do that. You can see here that I have two different types of software. We have PuTTY and also WinSCP. So WinSCP is nice. It'll allow you to use a command line, or I'm sorry, not the command line, but a GUI, and show you each of the files just like in a Windows Explorer view. So this is my site here. My site is Onlearningpoint.com, and it would be easy to just move this file into a new area. I'm not going to do this in this case because I want to show you also on the command line how to do it. Another way of doing this would have been, the thing that's a little bit different with my site that you may not run into, you may have only Moodle configured on your entire site, whereas I have other domain names on here. And so what you would want to do is on your Moodle directory, just rename it to Moodle underscore backup or something along those lines, and you could easily do that here. The other method I would like to show you, which is going to be a little more typing involved, is using PuTTY. And so PuTTY you can download from the web pretty easily. Here we're going to run PuTTY. We're going to connect to our site. Type in your login name. I'm going to hide this so you don't need to know what it is. And now we can see that we are logged in. So now we're going to go back to our instructions, and we're going to issue this command into our directory, which I will do now. So we'll do a move Onlearningpoint.com to Onlearning. We're going to be moving this to Onlearningpoint.com. Actually, I'm just going to call it underscore backup. And there we go. Now we've created a backup directory for all our content. So I'm going to end this video here. In the next section, I will show you how to download a copy of the software directly to your server, making it much easier using a great little command line utility. Actually, let's do this. I will show it to you right now. We are coming up at the 9-minute mark. We have 1 minute left. That should be completely sufficient to do that. So in order to get the most recent copy of the software onto our server, what we'll need to do is go and get the URL to the Moodle package. And to do that, you just go to Downloads and Standard Moodle Packages. The current build, you want to do the TJZ file or download. This is the easiest one for tarring and untarring on the server. You could zip, but then you would need to go into the uzip utility, and I'm less familiar with how to use that. You would click on the download button here. and then it's going to start showing you how it'll start downloading. So we don't want to actually download it here, and so as this comes up, we're just going to cancel it. Now you see where it says use this direct link. What I'm going to do is actually going to copy that link and get the URL to that link. So if I were to paste that in here, you can see that it's a nice long download link. Going back to our command line, we're going to use a utility called wget, which is webget, and then do a right click, which will paste the URL for the download location. Pressing enter will start downloading the software. And this is going to download in just a couple minutes. Once it's on the server, we're going to unzip it. So I'm going to end the video here, and we'll check out the next section for when we unzip it and actually do the installation. Oh, and the database backup as well. Let's not forget that.